I want to return now to our top story, and this is an extraordinary one. The Iranian government is reportedly weighing an assassination attempt against the American ambassador to South Africa, Lana Marks. Since then, the Iranian embassy has rejected those comments today. We await a statement from them. In the meantime, though, let me take you live now to Washington. Early morning there. Simon Marks is with us, no relation, and let's explore this story in a few more details. Simon, first of all, how much credence is being lent to this report in D.C. today?
Well, I think quite a lot, Jeremy. I mean, this news exploded into the public domain late last night here, Sunday night in Washington, D.C., thanks to the website Politico. It is their exclusive story. But the reason why there is credence to it is because Lana Marks, the U.S. ambassador to South Africa, has indeed been informed of this threat against her life. There is, in American law now, a requirement for any diplomat serving for the United States internationally to be informed. It's the duty to know. They have the right to know that there is some kind of an assassination attempt being discussed against them. And so she was apparently informed some time ago, we don't know precisely when, as to the nature of this threat. And the reporting in Politico, informed as it has been by at least one senior U.S. intelligence official, suggests that while there have been rumours and indications that an attack might be launched since the spring, all of this retaliation for January's assassination on President Trump's orders of General Qasem Soleimani, that top Iranian commander who was killed in a drone strike on an airport road near Baghdad. The intelligence official providing information to Politico says that it has become clear within the last few weeks that the Iranian embassy in South Africa was serving as a nexus for the coordination of this possible attack. And honestly, if you look at the U.S. ambassador to South Africa, Lana Marks, you kind of I mean, she ticks all the boxes for the Iranians. Close personal friend of Donald Trump, a member of his Mar-a-Lago club down in Florida. I mean, many people here believe that's exactly why she was appointed to the position. She had no previous diplomatic experience. Born in South Africa, within the Jewish community there. So one can sort of understand the reasons why she might have been selected as a possible target by the Iranians. But there's obviously here, Jeremy, the possibility of massive diplomatic blowback in all kinds of different directions, given that this information is now in the public domain.
Let's reference that blowback then, Simon Marks. What's the next step then? Is this simply handed over to the South African authorities and, you know, we do with it what we want? Or is there further involvement then from the United States of America?
Well, look, I think there's no question that there are questions now for the U.S. government, the South African government and the Iranian government arising out of this. I mean, first of all, what's the American government going to say, if anything, publicly about this? What have they done to mitigate the possibilities of any kind of strike against it? Is she going to stay in South Africa? Is there any suggestion that perhaps she may be at least temporarily withdrawn to the United States? To what extent has her security, presumably, been beefed up? The U.S. Embassy, like all diplomatic facilities around the world, is protected by the U.S. Marines. Has she been given an added level of protection as a result of this information? What's the United States going to say to Iran about this, given that those conversations would have to go through Swiss intermediaries? Remember, there's no direct diplomatic relationship between Washington and Tehran. Will President Trump and the U.S. government seek to sanction any Iranian officials that they deem responsible for having developed this plot? And what does all of this mean for the relationship between the U.S. and South Africa? At what point, we don't know, was the South African government informed about this? Were they asked to do anything? These are all absolutely open questions, and whether we get any answers to those questions is itself an open question, because in these matters of classified security and intelligence, traditionally an American government would have nothing to say. Donald Trump, as you were just talking with Anton about, is anything other than a traditional president. And it may well be that in the course of the next few days, if someone asks him a question about this, he'll seek to answer it.
Well, we'll certainly keep watching that story over the next few hours. I'm sure that there will be developments. As I've said, we await a statement from the Iranian embassy in Pretoria a little later this afternoon. Live in Washington, Simon Marks. Thank you. Let's bring